Beneath the same stars that once illuminated the night skies for ancient civilizations lies a story of timekeeping that shaped entire cultures. How did these early societies use the moon and sun to structure their lives, build their temples, and even predict the future? Today, we're uncovering the secrets of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples, structures so precise they still leave modern scientists in awe. From the celestial alignments that guided their construction to the spiritual rituals performed within their walls, these ancient marvels hold clues to how humanity first understood the cosmos. But why do these mysteries still captivate us? What can they teach us about our ancestors and ourselves? Let's journey back in time to explore how these ancient systems not only measured time, but also connected civilizations to the heavens above. Long before the invention of clocks or modern calendars, ancient civilizations turned their eyes to the night sky, finding in the moon a reliable guide to the passage of time. Among the earliest known lunar calendars were those developed in Mesopotamia and Egypt, dating back thousands of years. These societies observed the moon's cyclical journey, its waxing and waning as a natural clock. Farmers used the phases to determine the best times for planting and harvesting, while priests relied on them to schedule sacred rituals and festivals. The moon, with its predictable rhythm, became a cornerstone of daily life, weaving itself into the fabric of their culture and spirituality. In Mesopotamia, the lunar calendar was so integral that it influenced everything from trade agreements to religious ceremonies. Each month began with the first sighting of the new moon, a moment marked with great significance. Meanwhile, in Egypt, the lunar cycle was intertwined with the annual flooding of the Nile, an event that brought life to the land. The moon's phases weren't just a way to track time, they were a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. Over centuries, these lunar systems evolved, becoming more sophisticated and precise, laying the groundwork for later astronomical advancements. But the story doesn't end with the moon. As these civilizations grew more advanced, they began to notice another celestial pattern: the sun's predictable journey across the sky. This realization sparked a new era of innovation, one that would lead to the creation of solar temples, structures designed to honor and harness the power of the sun. And so, the lunar calendars that once guided these ancient peoples became the foundation for something even greater, a deeper understanding of the cosmos, one that would forever change the way humanity saw itself in the universe. The sun, with its life-giving warmth and unwavering regularity, became a focal point for ancient civilizations, inspiring awe and reverence. This led to the creation of solar temples, monumental structures that were far more than places of worship. They were masterpieces of engineering and astronomy, designed to align with the sun's movements during key celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. These temples weren't just built to honor the sun, they were crafted to capture its power, using precise alignments to mark the changing seasons and predict astronomical phenomena. In doing so, they became both spiritual sanctuaries and scientific tools, blending the sacred with the practical in ways that still amaze us today. Take, for example, the Temple of Karnak in Egypt, a sprawling complex dedicated to the sun god Amun-Ra. Its massive columns and towering obelisks were not just symbols of divine power, but also carefully positioned to interact with the sun's rays. During the summer solstice, sunlight would flood the inner sanctum, illuminating the sacred statues and creating a dramatic display of light and shadow. This wasn't just spectacle, it was a carefully calculated event, a moment when the divine and the earthly seemed to converge. The temple's architects understood the sun's path with remarkable precision, using it to reinforce their connection to the gods and the cosmos. Similarly, in India, the Sun Temple of Konark stands as a testament to ancient ingenuity. Built in the 13th century, this temple was designed in the shape of a colossal chariot, pulled by 7 stone horses representing the days of the week. Its intricate carvings and precise alignments were meant to celebrate the sun's journey across the sky. At dawn on the equinoxes, the temple's main entrance would align perfectly with the rising sun, bathing its interior in golden light. But beyond its spiritual significance, the temple also served as an astronomical observatory, helping priests track the sun's movements and plan agricultural activities. Here, science and spirituality were inseparable, each enriching the other. These solar temples were more than just architectural marvels, they were the beating heart of their societies. They brought communities together for festivals and rituals, marking the rhythms of the year and reinforcing a shared sense of purpose. At the same time, they advanced human understanding of the cosmos, proving that the study of the heavens was not just a scientific pursuit but a deeply spiritual one. And while the moon had once been humanity's primary guide to time, the sun's influence began to grow, leading to the development of solar calendars that complemented the lunar systems already in use. This interplay between lunar and solar systems was a hallmark of ancient cultures. The moon's phases provided a framework for short-term timekeeping, while the sun's annual cycle offered a broader perspective, helping societies plan for the future. Together, these celestial bodies shaped the way ancient peoples understood time, space, and their place in the universe. And as we'll see, this harmony between lunar and solar knowledge wasn't just a practical necessity. It was a profound expression of humanity's desire to connect with the cosmos, to find meaning in the stars above. As the ancients looked to the heavens, they faced a cosmic puzzle: how to harmonize the moon's 29.5-day cycle with the sun's 365-day journey across the sky. This wasn't just a mathematical challenge, it was a profound question of how to align human life with the rhythms of the universe. The solution: a delicate balance between lunar and solar systems, creating calendars that blended the best of both worlds. This interplay wasn't just about tracking time, it was about understanding the very fabric of existence, where the moon's phases and the sun's seasons danced together in a celestial waltz. Take the Mayan calendar, for instance, a marvel of ancient ingenuity. The Maya didn't rely on just one system. They used multiple calendars simultaneously, each serving a unique purpose. The Tzolk'in, a 260-day lunar-based calendar, guided religious ceremonies and daily life, while the Hob, a 365-day solar calendar, aligned with the agricultural cycle. But here's where it gets fascinating. Every 52 years, these two calendars would realign, creating what the Maya called the calendar round, a moment of cosmic harmony celebrated with grand ceremonies and rituals. This dual-system approach wasn't just practical, it was deeply symbolic, reflecting their belief in the interconnectedness of time, nature, and the divine. Similarly, the Chinese calendar offers another brilliant example of lunar-solar integration. Here, the moon's phases dictated the months, but the sun's position determined the seasons. To keep the two in sync, the Chinese developed a system of intercalary months, extra months added every few years to correct the discrepancy between lunar and solar cycles. This innovation ensured that festivals like the Lunar New Year always fell at the right time of year, maintaining both cultural traditions and agricultural accuracy. The result was a calendar that wasn't just a tool for timekeeping, but a living, breathing reflection of the natural world. But reconciling these two systems wasn't without its challenges. The moon's shorter cycles and the sun's longer year created a constant tension, a need to reconcile the irregular with the predictable. Ancient astronomers and priests worked tirelessly to bridge this gap, developing complex mathematical models and observing the skies with meticulous precision. These efforts weren't just technical achievements, They were acts of devotion, a way to honor the celestial forces that governed their lives. And this harmony between lunar and solar knowledge didn't just shape calendars, it influenced the very architecture of their temples. In many cultures, temples were designed to reflect the dual nature of time. For example, the Mayan pyramids often feature staircases with steps corresponding to the days of their calendars, symbolizing the ascent from earthly time to cosmic eternity. Similarly, Chinese temples were often oriented to align with key solar events like the solstices, while also incorporating lunar symbolism into their designs. These structures weren't just places of worship, they were physical representations of humanity's quest to understand and align with the cosmos. This interplay between lunar and solar systems reveals something profound about ancient civilizations, their ability to see time not as a linear progression but as a dynamic, interconnected web. By blending the moon's cycles with the sun's seasons, they created calendars that were both practical and poetic, tools that measured time while also celebrating its beauty. And as we'll see, this dual approach didn't just shape their understanding of time, it also influenced their art, their rituals, and even their architecture, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire us today. The architects of the ancient world were more than builders, they were astronomers, mathematicians, and storytellers, weaving the movements of the heavens into the very stones of their temples. These structures weren't just places of worship, they were cosmic observatories designed to capture and reflect the rhythms of the universe. By aligning their temples with specific celestial events, ancient civilizations created spaces where the divine and the earthly could meet, where the sun and moon seemed to speak directly to those who gathered within. This profound connection between architecture and astronomy is perhaps nowhere more evident than in the passage tombs of Newgrange in Ireland and the towering pyramid of Chichen Itza in Mexico. Newgrange, a prehistoric monument older than Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids, stands as a testament to humanity's early fascination with the heavens. Built over 5,000 years ago, this massive stone structure is aligned with the winter solstice sunrise. Each year, on the shortest day of the year, a narrow beam of sunlight penetrates the tomb's entrance, creeping slowly down the passageway until it illuminates the inner chamber. This phenomenon lasts just a few minutes, but its precision is breathtaking. The builders of Newgrange didn't just construct a tomb, they created a celestial clock, a place where the sun itself seemed to participate in their rituals. For those who witnessed it, this alignment wasn't just a scientific achievement. It was a moment of communion with the divine, a reminder that even in the darkest time of year, light would return. Across the Atlantic, the Mayan city of Chichen Itza offers another stunning example of celestial alignment in temple design. The Pyramid of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, is a masterpiece of ancient engineering and astronomy. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts shadows along the pyramid staircase, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down the steps. This effect, known as the Serpent's Descent, was no accident. It was a carefully calculated design intended to honor Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god associated with both the earth and the sky. For the Maya, this alignment wasn't just a visual spectacle. It was a sacred event symbolizing the god's return to the earth and the renewal of life. The pyramid itself became a bridge between the realms of the divine and the mortal, a place where the cosmos and the community could come together. These alignments weren't just about marking time or creating dramatic effects. They were deeply symbolic, reflecting the spiritual beliefs of the cultures that built them. The sun and moon weren't just celestial bodies. They were gods, ancestors, or cosmic forces that influenced every aspect of life. By aligning their temples with these entities, ancient peoples sought to harness their power to ensure prosperity, fertility, and harmony. The act of building these structures was itself a ritual, a way of bringing order to the chaos of the natural world and aligning human life with the rhythms of the cosmos. But the significance of these alignments goes even deeper. They reveal a profound understanding of astronomy, one that allowed ancient civilizations to predict celestial events with astonishing accuracy. The builders of Newgrange, for example, didn't just know when the winter solstice would occur, they understood how to capture its light with precision. Similarly, the Maya didn't just observe the equinoxes, they incorporated them into their architecture, turning stone into a canvas for the sky. These achievements weren't just technical feats, they were expressions of a worldview that saw no separation between the heavens and the earth, between science and spirituality. This harmony between the celestial and the terrestrial is a recurring theme in ancient temple architecture. Whether it's the solstice light of Newgrange or the equinox shadows of Chichen Itza, these alignments remind us that for our ancestors, the cosmos wasn't something distant or abstract. It was a living, breathing presence, one that shaped their lives and their sense of purpose. And as we explore these ancient sites today, we're not just marveling at their beauty or their ingenuity. We're glimpsing a worldview that saw the universe as a place of meaning, a source of wonder and inspiration that continues to resonate across the centuries. To the ancient world, the moon and sun were far more than celestial bodies. They were living, breathing deities, embodiments of divine power that shaped every aspect of life. For many cultures, the moon was a goddess, a symbol of fertility, intuition, and the cyclical nature of existence. The sun, on the other hand, often represented strength, vitality, and the triumph of light over darkness. These celestial entities weren't just worshipped from afar, they were woven into the very fabric of daily life, inspiring myths, rituals, and sacred spaces that still captivate us today. In ancient Egypt, the sun god Ra was the ultimate source of life, traveling across the sky by day and navigating the underworld by night. His journey was a daily drama, a cosmic battle against chaos that ensured the world's continued existence. The moon, personified by Thoth or Khonsu, played a different but equally vital role. Thoth, the god of wisdom and timekeeping, was said to have created the lunar calendar, while Khonsu, the moon god, was associated with healing and protection. Together, these deities reflected the duality of light and dark, life and renewal that defined the Egyptian worldview. Temples dedicated to these gods were not just places of worship but cosmic maps, designed to mirror their celestial journeys and bring their divine power down to earth. Similarly, in Mesopotamia, the moon god Nana, also known as Sin, was one of the most revered deities. As the patron of time and the cycles of nature, Nana's influence extended to agriculture, fertility, and even the fate of kings. The ziggurats, towering temple complexes dedicated to the gods, were often aligned with celestial events, creating a physical connection between the heavens and the earth. During festivals like the Akitu, communities would gather to honor Nana and other deities, celebrating the moon's role in the rhythms of life. These festivals weren't just religious events, they were communal celebrations, uniting people in a shared sense of purpose and connection to the divine. The sun and moon also held profound significance in ancient Greece. The sun god Helios drove his fiery chariot across the sky each day, while Selene, the moon goddess, guided her silver chariot through the night. These deities were central to Greek mythology, inspiring stories of love, betrayal, and transformation. The Oracle of Delphi, one of the most sacred sites in the ancient world, was said to be a place where the sun god Apollo communicated with mortals, offering guidance and prophecy. Temples dedicated to these gods were often built in locations with strong solar or lunar alignments, creating spaces where the divine and the earthly could intersect. These myths and legends weren't just stories, they were a way of understanding the world. The moon's phases symbolized the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, while the sun's journey represented the eternal struggle between order and chaos. By personifying these celestial bodies, ancient cultures gave meaning to the natural world, transforming the abstract movements of the heavens into narratives that resonated with their own lives. This connection between the celestial and the spiritual was reflected in their festivals, which marked key moments in the lunar and solar cycles. From the Egyptian Opet festival, which celebrated the union of Ra and Ammon, to the Greek Anthesteria, a lunar festival honoring Dionysus, these events brought communities together, reinforcing their shared beliefs and values. But the influence of these beliefs extended beyond festivals and rituals. It shaped the very architecture of sacred spaces. Temples were often designed to align with specific celestial events, creating a physical connection between the heavens and the earth. The Great Temple of Abu Simbel in Egypt, for example, was constructed so that twice a year, on the pharaoh's birthday and coronation day, sunlight would penetrate its inner sanctum, illuminating statues of the gods. This alignment wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a statement of divine favor, a reminder that the pharaoh was a living god connected to the celestial order. In the Americas, the Inca built the Coricancha, a temple dedicated to Inti, the sun god. Its walls were once covered in gold, reflecting the sun's rays and symbolizing its divine brilliance. During the Inti Raymi festival, held at the winter solstice, the Inca would gather to honor Inti, celebrating the sun's return and the promise of a new agricultural cycle. The temple's alignment with the solstice wasn't just a practical feature, it was a spiritual statement, a way of affirming the Inca's connection to the cosmos. These sacred spaces were more than just buildings, they were expressions of a worldview that saw no separation between the heavens and the earth. By aligning their temples with the sun and moon, ancient cultures created spaces where the divine could manifest, where the celestial rhythms of the cosmos could be experienced firsthand. This blending of the spiritual and the scientific, the mythical and the practical, is one of the most enduring legacies of these ancient civilizations, a reminder that the quest to understand the heavens has always been, at its core, a deeply human endeavor. The construction of ancient solar temples wasn't just an act of devotion, it was a breathtaking display of human ingenuity. Imagine the challenge, aligning massive stone structures with the sun's movements to within fractions of a degree, all without the aid of modern tools or technology. Yet, ancient civilizations achieved this with astonishing precision, creating monuments that still stand as testaments to their skill and vision. How did they do it? What tools and techniques allowed them to turn their celestial knowledge into stone? Let's uncover the engineering marvels behind these solar temples, from their precise alignments to the cultural forces that drove their creation. At the heart of these achievements lies the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most iconic solar-aligned structures in history. Built over 4,000 years ago, its sides are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west. This alignment wasn't accidental. Ancient Egyptian architects used a combination of careful astronomical observation and simple but effective tools like the Merkit, a sighting instrument that allowed them to track the movement of stars. By observing the rising and setting of specific stars, they could determine true north with remarkable accuracy. The result, a structure that not only honored the sun god Ra, but also served as a celestial marker, linking the earthly and the divine. But the Great Pyramid is just one example. Far across the globe, in the Andes Mountains of Peru, the Temple of the Sun at Machu Picchu showcases another incredible feat of solar alignment. This temple, dedicated to Inti, the Inca sun god, was built with such precision that during the June solstice, sunlight streams through a strategically placed window, illuminating a sacred stone altar. The Inca achieved this without the use of iron tools or the wheel, relying instead on their deep understanding of stone masonry and celestial patterns. They used tools like the Nomon's simple devices that cast shadows to track the sun's path, and meticulously planned their constructions to align with key solar events. The result was a temple that not only honored the sun but also served as a practical tool for marking time and seasons. What's perhaps most astonishing is the scale of these projects. The Great Pyramid, for instance, is made up of over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons. Transporting and positioning these blocks required not just physical labor, but also advanced organizational skills. Teams of workers, likely numbering in the tens of thousands, would have needed to coordinate their efforts with military precision, all while maintaining the alignment of the structure with the heavens. Similarly, the Inca quarried massive stones from distant locations, transporting them across rugged terrain to build their temples. These feats of engineering weren't just about physical strength, they were a testament to the power of human collaboration and vision. Beyond their technical achievements, these solar temples held profound cultural and political significance. They weren't just places of worship, they were symbols of power and unity. In Egypt, the construction of the pyramids reinforced the pharaoh's divine status, linking their rule to the eternal cycles of the sun. For the Inca, temples like Machu Picchu were centers of both spiritual and political authority, places where the ruler could demonstrate his connection to the gods and the natural order. These structures were more than just buildings, they were statements of identity designed to inspire awe and reinforce the cohesion of their societies. The tools and techniques used by these ancient builders reveal a deep respect for both the practical and the spiritual. From the simple yet effective murkit of the Egyptians to the intricate stonework of the Inca, each culture developed its own methods for aligning their temples with the cosmos. These achievements remind us that the quest to understand and honor the sun wasn't just a scientific endeavor, it was a deeply human one, driven by a desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. And as we marvel at these ancient wonders today, we're reminded of the timeless power of human ingenuity, a force that continues to shape our world in ways both seen and unseen. Solar temples were far more than architectural marvels, they were powerful symbols of authority, designed to elevate rulers and priests to a divine status. By aligning these structures with the sun, ancient leaders demonstrated their connection to the heavens, reinforcing their right to govern and uniting their people under a shared spiritual vision. In many ways, these temples were the ultimate expression of cultural and political power, blending the sacred with the strategic in ways that still resonate today. Take the ancient Egyptians, for example. The pharaohs, seen as living gods, used solar temples to solidify their divine legitimacy. The Temple of Karnak, dedicated to Amun-Ra, was not just a place of worship, it was a statement of the pharaoh's cosmic authority. By aligning the temple with the sun's movements, the pharaohs reinforced their role as intermediaries between the gods and the people. During festivals like the Opet festival, the pharaoh would lead processions through the temple, symbolically renewing his divine mandate and reminding his subjects of his sacred connection to the sun god. These rituals weren't just religious acts, they were political performances designed to inspire loyalty and awe. Similarly, in the Inca Empire, solar temples like Coricancha in Cusco served as both spiritual and administrative centers. The Inca ruler, or Sapa Inca, was believed to be the son of Inti, the sun god. By constructing temples that captured the sun's rays with precision, the Inca rulers demonstrated their divine lineage and their ability to harness the sun's power for the benefit of their empire. The Inti Raymi festival, held at the winter solstice, was a grand celebration of this connection, drawing people from across the empire to reaffirm their allegiance to the Sapa Inca and the cosmic order he represented. These temples weren't just places of worship, they were instruments of statecraft, unifying diverse peoples under a single cultural and spiritual identity. But the power of solar temples extended beyond individual rulers. They also played a crucial role in reinforcing social hierarchies and maintaining order. In Mesopotamia, the ziggurats, massive step temples dedicated to the gods, were seen as bridges between heaven and earth. Only the highest priests and rulers were allowed to ascend to the top, where they would perform rituals to ensure the gods' favor. This exclusivity reinforced the idea that these leaders were uniquely qualified to mediate between the divine and the mortal, legitimizing their authority and maintaining the social order. The ziggurats weren't just symbols of religious devotion, they were tools of governance designed to keep society cohesive and harmonious. Over time, however, the influence of these solar temples began to wane. As empires rose and fell, many of these structures were abandoned, their once grand alignments obscured by the passage of time. But their legacy endured, hidden beneath layers of history waiting to be rediscovered. In the 19th and 20th centuries, archaeologists and explorers began to uncover these ancient sites, revealing their intricate alignments and the profound knowledge of the civilizations that built them. Today, we marvel at these temples not just for their beauty, but for the insights they offer into the minds and hearts of the people who created them. The rediscovery of these sites has sparked a renewed appreciation for the ingenuity and vision of ancient cultures. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the sunlit chambers of Machu Picchu, these temples remind us of humanity's enduring quest to understand the cosmos and our place within it. And as we continue to explore these ancient wonders, we uncover not just the secrets of the past, but also the timeless connections between power, spirituality, and the stars above. The story of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples doesn't end with their construction or their golden age. Over time, the very civilizations that built these marvels began to change, and with those changes came the decline of these once thriving systems. Cultural shifts, invasions, and the rise of new religions all played a role in reshaping how people understood time, space, and their connection to the cosmos. As empires fell and new powers emerged, many of these temples were abandoned, their alignments forgotten, and their sacred spaces repurposed or left to crumble under the weight of time. Yet, even in their decline, these sites held secrets that modern archaeologists and historians have worked tirelessly to uncover. One of the key factors in the decline of lunar calendars and solar temples was the spread of new religious and cultural influences. As empires expanded, they brought with them new beliefs and practices that often clashed with older traditions. In Egypt, for example, the rise of Christianity in the 4th century led to the abandonment of many temples dedicated to the sun god Ra. These once sacred spaces were either repurposed as Christian churches or left to decay, their celestial alignments no longer understood or valued. Similarly, in Mesoamerica, the arrival of Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century brought an end to the worship of deities like Kukulkan and Inti, as indigenous religions were suppressed and Catholic traditions were imposed. Temples that had once been the heart of spiritual life were dismantled or buried, their stones used to build new structures in the conqueror's image. In other cases, the decline of these systems was more gradual, driven by cultural shifts rather than outright conflict. As societies grew more complex, older ways of tracking time and understanding the cosmos were often replaced by newer, more practical methods. The Roman adoption of the Julian calendar, for instance, marked a move away from lunar-based systems toward a more standardized solar calendar. While this shift brought greater consistency, it also meant that the moon's role in timekeeping was diminished, and with it, the cultural and spiritual significance of lunar calendars. Over time, the knowledge and rituals associated with these systems faded, leaving only fragments of their former importance. Yet, even as these ancient systems fell into disuse, their physical remnants endured, hidden beneath layers of earth and history. For centuries, many of these sites lay forgotten, their stories buried alongside the civilizations that built them. It wasn't until the 19th and 20th centuries that archaeologists began to uncover these lost treasures, piecing together their histories through careful excavation and study. Sites like the Temple of Karnak, Newgrange, and Machu Picchu were rediscovered, their celestial alignments and architectural brilliance once again brought to light. These discoveries sparked a renewed fascination with ancient astronomy and spirituality, offering glimpses into the ingenuity and vision of past cultures. But uncovering these secrets hasn't been easy. Interpreting the alignments and purposes of these ancient structures often requires a blend of science, intuition, and creativity. Archaeologists must rely on a variety of tools, from ground-penetrating radar to computer simulations, to understand how these temples interacted with the sun and moon. And even with modern technology, many questions remain unanswered. For example, how did the builders of Newgrange achieve such precise alignments without the aid of written records or advanced tools? What rituals took place within the inner chambers of the Temple of Karnak during solstice festivals? These mysteries remind us that while we've made incredible strides in understanding the past, there's still much we don't know. The challenges of interpreting these ancient systems go beyond the physical. Understanding their cultural and spiritual significance requires us to step outside our modern worldview and immerse ourselves in the beliefs and values of the people who built them. For the ancients, the sun and moon weren't just celestial bodies. They were living entities imbued with divine power. Their temples weren't just buildings. They were bridges between the earthly and the cosmic, spaces where humanity could commune with the gods. To truly grasp the meaning of these sites, we must approach them not just as scientific puzzles, but as windows into a profoundly different way of seeing the world. Today, the study of ancient calendars and temples continues to evolve, blending cutting-edge technology with deep cultural insight. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us to better understand how these civilizations viewed time, space, and their place in the universe. And as we uncover more about these ancient systems, we're reminded of the enduring power of human curiosity and creativity, a power that transcends time and connects us to the people who once gazed at the same stars and sought to make sense of the heavens. The story of these temples and calendars isn't just a tale of the past, it's a testament to humanity's timeless quest to find meaning in the cosmos. Decoding the calendars of ancient civilizations is no simple task. For historians and archaeologists, it's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces that have been scattered across centuries, buried under layers of cultural change and environmental decay. The challenge begins with the very nature of these calendars. Unlike our modern Gregorian system, which is standardized and widely documented, ancient calendars were often deeply intertwined with the spiritual and cultural practices of their time. They weren't just tools for tracking days, they were living systems reflecting the worldview of the people who created them. And because many of these societies left behind no written explanations, we're left to piece together their meaning from fragments of texts, artifacts, and architectural alignments. One of the most fascinating breakthroughs in this field came with the decoding of the Mayan long count calendar. For years, this complex system, which tracked time in cycles spanning thousands of years, was a mystery. Scholars struggled to understand how it worked or what it meant. But in the mid-20th century, breakthroughs in deciphering Mayan hieroglyphs revealed that the long count wasn't just a way to mark time, it was a way to connect the present to the cosmic order. The Maya believed that time moved in grand cycles, each with its own beginning and end. The long count allowed them to map these cycles, predicting celestial events and planning rituals with extraordinary precision. This discovery didn't just illuminate the Mayan understanding of time, it reshaped our entire view of their civilization, revealing a society deeply attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. Yet, not all ancient calendars have been so easily decoded. Take the Antikythera mechanism, for example, an ancient Greek device often described as the world's first analog computer. Found in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece, this intricate bronze mechanism was designed to predict astronomical positions and eclipses, but its purpose and operation remained a mystery for decades. It wasn't until advanced imaging technology allowed researchers to peer inside its corroded gears that they began to understand its complexity. The mechanism wasn't just a calendar, it was a sophisticated tool for tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. Its discovery challenged our assumptions about ancient technology, showing that the Greeks had a far deeper understanding of astronomy than we'd realized. Modern technology has become an indispensable ally in unraveling these ancient mysteries. Ground-penetrating radar, for instance, has allowed archaeologists to map hidden structures beneath the Earth, revealing alignments that were invisible to the naked eye. Computer simulations have enabled researchers to recreate celestial events as they would have appeared thousands of years ago, shedding light on how ancient peoples might have used their temples and calendars. And in the case of the Antikythera mechanism, 3D imaging has brought its intricate gears back to life, offering new insights into its design and purpose. But even with these tools, challenges remain. Many ancient calendars were based on oral traditions, leaving no physical record behind. Others were written in scripts that have yet to be fully deciphered. And because these systems were often tied to specific cultural contexts, interpreting them requires more than just technical expertise. It demands a deep understanding of the beliefs and values that shape them. For example, the Chinese calendar, with its intercalary months and lunar-solar integration, reflects a worldview that sees time as a dynamic, interconnected force. Decoding it isn't just about understanding the math, it's about grasping the philosophy behind it. As we continue to uncover the secrets of ancient calendars, we're reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of the people who created them. These systems weren't just practical tools, they were expressions of humanity's desire to make sense of the cosmos, to find order in the chaos of the natural world. And while we may never fully understand every detail, each breakthrough brings us closer to seeing the world through their eyes. These ancient calendars are more than just relics of the past. They're windows into the minds of civilizations that looked to the heavens and saw not just stars, but stories, meaning, and connection. And as we explore these mysteries, we're not just uncovering history, we're rediscovering our shared humanity. The study of ancient calendars and solar temples has entered a thrilling new era thanks to the power of modern technology. Tools like satellite imagery, 3D modeling, and computer simulations are peeling back layers of time, revealing secrets that have remained hidden for millennia. These advancements aren't just helping us see these ancient structures more clearly, they're transforming how we understand the cultures that built them, offering fresh perspectives on their ingenuity and worldview. Satellite imagery, for instance, has become a game-changer in archaeology. By capturing high-resolution images from space, researchers can identify subtle patterns and alignments that are invisible from the ground. In places like the Nazca Desert of Peru, satellite technology has uncovered geoglyphs' massive designs etched into the earth that may have served as celestial markers or ritual pathways. Similarly, in Egypt, satellite surveys have revealed previously unknown chambers and passages within the Great Pyramid, hinting at even deeper layers of astronomical precision. These discoveries aren't just expanding our knowledge of ancient engineering, they're reshaping our understanding of how these civilizations interacted with the cosmos. 3D modeling has also opened up new possibilities for exploring ancient sites without disturbing them. By creating digital replicas of temples and monuments, researchers can analyze their alignments and structures in unprecedented detail. Take Stonehenge, for example. Using 3D scans, archaeologists have been able to reconstruct how the stones were positioned and how they interacted with the sun and moon during key celestial events. This virtual approach allows us to experiment with theories and test hypotheses in ways that would be impossible with physical excavations. It's like stepping into a time machine, offering a glimpse of how these sites might have functioned in their heyday. Computer simulations have added another layer of insight, allowing researchers to recreate ancient skies and predict how celestial events would have appeared to the people who built these temples. By aligning these simulations with the architectural features of a site, we can better understand the rituals and ceremonies that took place there. For instance, simulations of the solstice at Newgrange have shown how the sunlight would have illuminated the inner chamber, creating a dramatic interplay of light and shadow. These virtual reconstructions help us appreciate the sophistication of ancient astronomy, revealing how deeply these cultures understood the rhythms of the heavens. But the impact of these technologies goes beyond individual discoveries. They're helping us see ancient civilizations in a new light, challenging long-held assumptions and sparking fresh questions. For example, the precision of the alignments at sites like Chichen Itza or Machu Picchu suggests that these cultures had a far more advanced understanding of astronomy than we once thought. Were these temples not just places of worship but also sophisticated observatories? How did they pass down this knowledge without the written records or tools we rely on today? These questions push us to rethink the boundaries of ancient ingenuity and the ways in which they connected with the cosmos. Perhaps most importantly, these technological advancements are bridging the gap between the past and the present, allowing us to experience these ancient wonders in ways that were once unimaginable. Through virtual reality, for instance, we can now walk through reconstructed temples, witnessing their alignments and experiencing their grandeur as if we were there ourselves. This immersive approach not only deepens our appreciation for these sites, but also makes them accessible to a global audience, sparking curiosity and wonder in people of all ages. As we continue to uncover the secrets of ancient calendars and temples, one thing becomes clear: these structures are more than just relics of the past. They're testaments to humanity's enduring quest to understand the universe and our place within it. And with every new discovery, we're reminded of the timeless power of human creativity and curiosity, a power that continues to inspire us to look to the stars and seek answers to the mysteries that surround us. The ways ancient civilizations tracked time didn't vanish with the fall of their empires. Instead, their lunar and solar calendars have left an indelible mark on how we measure time today, shaping cultures and societies across the globe in ways we might not even realize. From the lunar cycles that guide religious observances to the solar systems that structure our daily lives, these ancient methods of timekeeping continue to influence us, bridging the past and the present in profound and often unexpected ways. Take the Islamic calendar, for example. Rooted in the moon's cycles, it remains central to the lives of over 1 billion Muslims worldwide. Each month begins with the sighting of the new moon, and the year consists of 12 lunar months, totaling about 354 days. This system, known as the Hijri calendar, determines the timing of key religious events like Ramadan, the month of fasting, and Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Because the lunar year is shorter than the solar year, these events shift by about 10 or 11 days each year, creating a rhythm that connects the faithful to the natural world in a deeply spiritual way. The persistence of this lunar calendar is a testament to the enduring power of ancient traditions, even in our modern, fast-paced world. In Judaism, the lunar calendar also plays a vital role, but with a fascinating twist. To keep religious festivals aligned with the seasons, the Jewish calendar incorporates intercalary months, adding an extra month 7 times every 19 years. This ingenious solution, known as the Metonic cycle, ensures that holidays like Passover and Sukkot always fall during their traditional times of year. It's a perfect example of how ancient cultures found ways to harmonize the moon's cycles with the sun's seasons, creating a system that's both practical and deeply symbolic. Even today, this dual approach reflects a worldview that values balance and connection between the heavens and the earth, the sacred and the everyday. In contrast, much of the Western world operates on the Gregorian calendar, a solar-based system introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582. While it's named after a pope, its roots stretch back to the ancient Roman Julian calendar, which itself was influenced by earlier solar systems. The Gregorian calendar's adoption marked a shift toward a more standardized way of tracking time, one that prioritized the sun's annual cycle over the moon's monthly phases. Today, it's the most widely used calendar in the world, governing everything from business schedules to international holidays. Yet, even within this solar framework, traces of lunar influence remain. Easter, for instance, is still calculated based on the first full moon after the spring equinox, a nod to the moon's enduring role in shaping our shared traditions. But the story doesn't end there. In many parts of the world, lunar and solar calendars coexist, each serving a unique purpose. In China, for example, the traditional lunar calendar is still used to mark festivals like the Lunar New Year and the Mid-Autumn Festival, while the solar Gregorian calendar governs daily life and official business. This dual system reflects a cultural appreciation for both practicality and tradition, allowing people to honor their heritage while navigating the demands of modern life. Similarly, in India, the Hindu calendar blends lunar and solar elements, creating a system that's rich in symbolism and deeply tied to religious and agricultural cycles. What's remarkable about these calendars is not just their persistence but their adaptability. Over centuries, they've evolved to meet the changing needs of the societies that use them, yet they've never lost their connection to the ancient wisdom that inspired them. They remind us that timekeeping is more than just a practical necessity. It's a way of understanding our place in the universe, of connecting with the rhythms of nature and the cycles of life. And as we continue to rely on these systems, we're not just tracking days and months. We're participating in a tradition that stretches back thousands of years, linking us to the countless generations who once looked to the same skies and sought to make sense of the world around them. The legacy of these ancient calendars is a testament to humanity's enduring quest for meaning and order. Whether we mark time by the moon, the sun, or a blend of both, we're carrying forward a tradition that has shaped civilizations, guided rituals, and inspired wonder for millennia. And as we navigate our modern lives, these ancient systems offer us a reminder of the beauty and complexity of the cosmos, and of our timeless desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. The legacy of ancient solar temples doesn't just live in the past, it resonates powerfully in the present, shaping how we think about art, architecture, and even spirituality today. These monumental structures, once the beating heart of their societies, continue to captivate the modern imagination, inspiring awe and wonder in those who visit them. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the sunlit chambers of Machu Picchu, these temples are more than just relics. They are living testaments to humanity's enduring quest to connect with the cosmos. Today, many of these sites have been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, preserving their cultural and historical significance for future generations. But what is it about these ancient marvels that still speaks to us so deeply? One of the most striking ways solar temples influence modern culture is through their architectural legacy. The precision and grandeur of these structures have inspired countless architects and designers who look to them for lessons in scale, symmetry, and harmony. The use of natural light, for instance a hallmark of solar temple design, has become a cornerstone of contemporary architecture. Think of the way modern buildings, from museums to skyscrapers, use sunlight to create dynamic, ever-changing spaces. This interplay of light and shadow, first mastered by ancient architects, continues to shape how we design and experience our built environment. The solar temple's emphasis on aligning with the natural world also resonates with today's sustainable architecture, where buildings are designed to work in harmony with their surroundings rather than dominate them. Beyond architecture, solar temples have left an indelible mark on art and storytelling. Their celestial alignments and spiritual symbolism have inspired countless works of literature, film, and visual art. Consider the way the sun's journey has been depicted in everything from ancient myths to modern cinema, a recurring motif that speaks to its timeless power. Artists and writers often draw on the imagery of solar temples to explore themes of renewal, transformation, and the search for meaning. In this way, these ancient structures have become a kind of universal language, a way of expressing ideas that transcend time and culture. But perhaps the most profound impact of solar temples lies in their ability to connect people to their ancestral past. For many, visiting these sites is a deeply spiritual experience, a chance to walk in the footsteps of those who came before and to feel a sense of continuity with the past. This connection is especially powerful for indigenous communities whose ancestors built and worshipped at these temples. For them, these sites are not just historical landmarks but sacred spaces that hold the memories and wisdom of their people. The recognition of many solar temples as UNESCO World Heritage Sites has helped to protect and honor this heritage, ensuring that these stories are not lost to time. At the same time, the global appeal of these temples has made them major tourist destinations, drawing millions of visitors each year. Places like Stonehenge, Angkor Wat, and Teotihuacan have become symbols of human achievement, attracting people from all walks of life. For some, these visits are a chance to marvel at ancient engineering. For others, they're an opportunity to reflect on the deeper questions of life and existence. The very act of standing before these temples, of seeing the sun align with their stones or feeling the weight of history in their walls, can be a transformative experience, one that reminds us of our shared humanity and our place in the universe. What lessons can we take from these ancient structures as we navigate our modern world? One is the importance of aligning ourselves with the natural world, of recognizing that we are part of a larger, interconnected system. The builders of solar temples understood this intuitively, creating spaces that celebrated the rhythms of nature and the cycles of the cosmos. In an age where we often feel disconnected from the natural world, their example is a powerful reminder to seek balance and harmony in our lives. Another lesson is the value of creating spaces that inspire wonder and reflection. In a world that often prioritizes efficiency and utility, the solar temple reminds us of the power of beauty and meaning, of designing spaces that uplift the human spirit. As we continue to explore and learn from these ancient wonders, we're reminded that the questions they sought to answer about time, existence, and our place in the universe are questions we still grapple with today. The solar temple is more than just a monument to the past. It's a mirror reflecting our own search for connection and understanding. And as we stand beneath the same sun that once illuminated these sacred spaces, we're invited to carry forward the wisdom of those who came before, finding new ways to honor the timeless rhythms of the cosmos in our own lives. As we reflect on the wisdom and ingenuity of ancient civilizations, it's impossible not to feel a deep sense of awe. These cultures, with their intricate lunar calendars and awe-inspiring solar temples, didn't just track time, they sought to understand their place in the cosmos. Their achievements remind us of the power of curiosity and creativity, qualities that continue to drive humanity forward. But beyond their technical brilliance, these ancient systems offer something even more profound, a way of seeing the world that values harmony, connection, and respect for the natural rhythms of life. In a modern world often dominated by speed and efficiency, their example invites us to slow down, to notice the cycles of the moon and the turning of the seasons, and to find meaning in the patterns of the universe. One of the most striking lessons from these ancient systems is their emphasis on balance. The Maya, for instance, didn't see time as a straight line but as a series of interconnected cycles, each with its own purpose and significance. This perspective reminds us that life isn't just about progress. It's about finding equilibrium, honoring both the light and the dark, the beginnings and the endings. Similarly, the Incas' reverence for the sun wasn't just about worship. It was about understanding the delicate balance between humanity and nature. Their solar temples, aligned with the solstices and equinoxes, were a constant reminder of this interdependence, a lesson that feels especially relevant in an age of climate change and environmental challenges. Preserving these ancient sites is about more than protecting physical structures. It's about safeguarding the knowledge and wisdom they embody. When we visit a place like Newgrange or Machu Picchu, we're not just stepping into the past, we're connecting with a worldview that saw the cosmos as something alive and meaningful. These sites are like time capsules, holding the stories, beliefs, and innovations of the people who built them. By preserving them, we ensure that future generations can learn from these ancient cultures and draw inspiration from their achievements. But preservation isn't just the responsibility of archaeologists and historians. It's something we can all contribute to, whether by supporting conservation efforts or simply by visiting these sites with respect and curiosity. Yet, for all we've learned, there are still mysteries that remain unsolved. How did the builders of Stonehenge achieve such precise alignments without the tools we take for granted today? What secrets lie hidden beneath the sands of Egypt, waiting to be uncovered? And what other ancient sites, still buried or undiscovered, might hold clues to humanity's earliest attempts to understand the cosmos? These unanswered questions remind us that the story of ancient calendars and temples is far from complete. Every discovery, every breakthrough opens new doors and raises new questions, keeping the spirit of exploration alive. In many ways, the journey to understand these ancient systems mirrors our own quest for meaning. Just as the ancients looked to the stars for guidance, we too seek answers to the big questions about who we are, where we come from, and where we're going. Their temples and calendars are more than just relics. They're invitations to explore, to wonder, and to connect with something greater than ourselves. And as we continue to uncover their secrets, we're reminded that the cosmos is not just a place of mystery, it's a source of endless inspiration, a reminder of the boundless potential of human curiosity and creativity. The legacy of these ancient civilizations is a gift, one that challenges us to look beyond the everyday and to see the world with fresh eyes. Their temples and calendars are not just monuments to the past, they are bridges to the future, offering lessons that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. And as we stand beneath the same sun and moon that once guided their lives, we're invited to carry forward their wisdom, finding new ways to honor the rhythms of the cosmos and the timeless connections that bind us all. Even with all the incredible discoveries we've made about ancient calendars and temples, there are still mysteries that leave even the most seasoned researchers scratching their heads. Take, for example, the purpose behind certain alignments. Why did the builders of Stonehenge go to such extraordinary lengths to align the massive stones with the solstices? Was it purely for ceremonial purposes, or did it serve a more practical function, like tracking agricultural cycles or predicting celestial events? The truth is, we still don't know for sure. Similarly, the Nazca lines in Peru, those enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert, continue to baffle scientists. While some believe they were used as astronomical markers or ritual pathways, their exact purpose remains a tantalizing enigma. Another puzzle lies in the origins of certain calendar systems. The Mayan long count calendar, for instance, is a marvel of precision, but where did the Maya get their astronomical knowledge? Some theories suggest they inherited it from earlier civilizations, while others propose they developed it independently through centuries of observation. And then there's the Antikythera mechanism, that ancient Greek device often called the world's first computer. How did its creators achieve such advanced engineering without the tools or technology we have today? These questions aren't just academic, they're windows into the minds of people who lived thousands of years ago, people whose ingenuity and curiosity continue to inspire us. These unsolved mysteries aren't just academic curiosities, they're driving forces behind ongoing research and exploration. Archaeologists, astronomers, and historians are constantly revisiting these ancient sites, armed with new technologies and fresh perspectives. Ground-penetrating radar, for instance, has revealed hidden chambers and passageways in places like the Great Pyramid of Giza, suggesting there's still much to uncover. Similarly, advancements in 3D modeling and computer simulations are allowing researchers to test theories about how these structures functioned, offering new insights into their design and purpose. Every discovery, no matter how small, brings us one step closer to unraveling these ancient puzzles. But it's not just researchers who are captivated by these mysteries, they also hold a powerful allure for the public. From documentaries to museum exhibits, the stories of ancient calendars and temples continue to capture our imagination. There's something inherently fascinating about standing before a structure like Stonehenge or Machu Picchu and wondering, how did they do it? What were they trying to tell us? These sites remind us that, despite all our modern advancements, there's still so much we don't know about the past, and that sense of wonder, that desire to uncover the unknown, is what keeps us coming back for more. Looking to the future, the field of archaeology is poised for even more groundbreaking discoveries. As technology continues to evolve, so too does our ability to explore and understand these ancient sites. Imagine what we might uncover with even more advanced tools, perhaps entire cities buried beneath the sands of Egypt, or new insights into the astronomical knowledge of the Maya. The possibilities are endless and the excitement is palpable. Each new find has the potential to rewrite history, to challenge our assumptions, and to deepen our understanding of the people who came before us. What's clear is that the story of ancient calendars and temples is far from over. These structures, with their intricate alignments and profound symbolism, continue to speak to us across the centuries, offering glimpses into the minds and hearts of the people who built them. And as we continue to explore and learn, we're reminded that the quest for knowledge is a never-ending journey, one that connects us to the past, inspires us in the present, and guides us into the future. The mysteries of these ancient systems aren't just puzzles to be solved. They're invitations to keep searching, to keep wondering, and to keep discovering the timeless connections that bind us all. As we stand on the brink of a new era in archaeology and historical research, the potential for uncovering even more about ancient lunar calendars and solar temples feels limitless. With advancements in technology and a growing spirit of interdisciplinary collaboration, the mysteries of the past are closer than ever to being unraveled. What might the future hold for our understanding of these ancient systems? Could we one day decode the full significance of Stonehenge's alignments or uncover the hidden depths of Egypt's Great Pyramid? The possibilities are as vast as the cosmos these civilizations once sought to understand. One of the most exciting frontiers lies in the development of cutting-edge technologies. Imagine the insights we could gain from AI-powered analysis of ancient texts or the use of quantum computing to model complex celestial patterns. Groundbreaking tools like hyperspectral imaging, which can detect hidden pigments and inscriptions invisible to the naked eye, are already revolutionizing how we study ancient artifacts. In the coming years, these technologies could reveal entirely new layers of meaning in structures like the Temple of Karnak or the Mayan pyramids, shedding light on rituals, astronomical practices, and even the daily lives of the people who built them. Interdisciplinary approaches are also opening up fresh avenues for exploration. By combining the expertise of archaeologists, historians, astronomers, and even climate scientists, we're gaining a more holistic understanding of how ancient cultures interacted with their environment. For example, studying how climate shifts influence the construction of solar temples or the development of lunar calendars could provide new insights into the challenges these societies faced. This collaborative spirit is helping us see these ancient systems not as isolated achievements, but as part of a broader tapestry of human ingenuity and resilience. But with every new discovery comes a responsibility to preserve these sites for future generations. Many of these temples and calendars are fragile, vulnerable to the effects of climate change, urbanization, and even tourism. Ensuring their survival requires a delicate balance between exploration and conservation. Initiatives like digital preservation, where 3D scans and virtual reconstructions allow us to study these sites without physically disturbing them, are becoming increasingly important. By protecting these ancient wonders, we're not just safeguarding stones and artifacts, we're preserving the stories, knowledge, and spirit of the people who created them. Looking ahead, there's also the tantalizing possibility of discovering entirely new sites. With satellite technology and remote sensing, we're able to scan vast areas of land for hidden structures, even beneath dense forests or shifting sands. Who knows what treasures might lie beneath the jungles of Central America or the deserts of the Middle East? Each new find has the potential to rewrite history, offering fresh perspectives on how ancient civilizations understood time, space, and their place in the cosmos. The future of unearthing ancient mysteries isn't just about technology or discovery, it's about connection. These temples and calendars are more than relics of the past, they're bridges to our shared human heritage. By continuing to explore and understand them, we're not just learning about the people who came before us, we're deepening our own connection to the universe and the timeless questions it inspires. And as we move forward, guided by curiosity and respect, we honor the legacy of those who first looked to the stars and dared to dream. As we marvel at the ingenuity of ancient solar temples and calendars, it's easy to forget that these remarkable sites are under threat. Climate change, urban sprawl, and even the wear and tear of tourism are putting immense pressure on these fragile monuments. Rising sea levels, for instance, are eroding coastal sites like the Temple of the Sun in Peru, while extreme weather events intensified by a warming planet are damaging structures that have stood for thousands of years. In places like Egypt, rapid urban development is encroaching on ancient sites, with some temples now surrounded by modern buildings, their sacred alignments disrupted by the demands of a growing population. These challenges aren't just about preserving stones and carvings, they're about safeguarding the stories, knowledge, and cultural heritage embedded in these places. The good news is that efforts to protect and restore these sites are gaining momentum. Organizations like UNESCO are working tirelessly to designate endangered areas as World Heritage Sites, providing both funding and international attention to conservation projects. In Machu Picchu, for example, strict visitor limits and sustainable tourism practices have been implemented to reduce the impact of foot traffic on the ancient stonework. Similarly, in Egypt, teams of archaeologists and engineers are using cutting-edge technology to stabilize and restore crumbling temples, ensuring they remain standing for future generations. These efforts aren't just about preserving the past, they're about honoring the legacy of the people who built these structures and ensuring their wisdom continues to inspire us. But preservation isn't just the responsibility of governments and organizations, it's something each of us can contribute to. Whether it's supporting conservation charities, volunteering for archaeological digs, or simply being mindful tourists, there are countless ways to make a difference. When visiting these sites, small actions like staying on marked paths, avoiding touching ancient carvings, and respecting local guidelines can go a long way in protecting their integrity. For those who can't travel, spreading awareness through social media or advocating for policies that prioritize cultural preservation can also have a meaningful impact. After all, these sites don't just belong to the countries where they're located, they're part of our shared human heritage, a testament to the creativity and resilience of civilizations long gone. The importance of preserving these ancient sites goes beyond their historical or architectural value. They serve as a bridge between the past and the present, offering us a tangible connection to the people who once gazed at the same stars and sought to make sense of the cosmos. By protecting them, we're not just safeguarding stones and carvings, we're preserving the stories, knowledge, and cultural heritage embedded in these places. They remind us of our shared humanity and the timeless quest for understanding that unites us across generations. And as we work to protect these treasures, we're ensuring that future generations can stand in awe of these ancient wonders just as we do today. One of the most powerful ways we can honor the legacy of ancient civilizations is by taking an active role in preserving the knowledge and sites they left behind. But how can we, as individuals, make a difference? It starts with small, intentional actions that collectively have a big impact. For those fortunate enough to visit these incredible sites, responsible tourism is key. Simple steps like staying on designated paths, avoiding touching ancient carvings, and following local guidelines can help protect these fragile structures from unnecessary wear and tear. When we visit with respect and mindfulness, we're not just tourists, we're stewards of history, ensuring these wonders remain intact for generations to come. For those who can't travel to these sites, there are still plenty of ways to contribute. Donating to organizations dedicated to archaeological preservation is one of the most direct ways to support their work. Groups like UNESCO, the World Monuments Fund, and local heritage societies rely on public support to fund critical projects, from stabilizing crumbling temples to digitizing ancient texts for future study. Even small contributions can make a difference, helping to fund the tools and expertise needed to protect these irreplaceable treasures. Beyond financial support, spreading awareness through social media or conversations with friends and family can amplify the importance of these efforts, encouraging others to join in the cause. Education also plays a vital role in preserving ancient knowledge. By learning about these sites and their significance, we become advocates for their protection. Schools, museums, and online platforms offer countless resources to deepen our understanding of ancient civilizations and the challenges they face today. Sharing what we learn, whether through social media posts, community presentations, or casual conversations, helps to spark curiosity and build a broader appreciation for these cultural treasures. When more people understand the value of these sites, the collective will to protect them grows stronger. Advocacy is another powerful tool. Supporting policies that prioritize cultural preservation, whether at the local or international level, can help ensure these sites receive the funding and protection they need. Writing to elected officials, signing petitions, or participating in community discussions are all ways to make your voice heard. By advocating for the preservation of ancient sites, we're not just protecting the past, we're shaping the future, ensuring that the lessons and legacies of these civilizations continue to inspire and enlighten. Engaging with these ancient mysteries isn't just about preserving history, it's also a deeply personal journey. Standing before a solar temple or studying an ancient calendar can be a transformative experience, connecting us to the people who once gazed at the same stars and wrestled with the same questions about existence. These sites remind us of our shared humanity, of the timeless quest for meaning that unites us across cultures and centuries. By taking an active role in their preservation, we're not just safeguarding stones and artifacts, we're keeping alive the stories, wisdom, and spirit of those who came before us. Preserving ancient knowledge isn't just the responsibility of archaeologists or government. It's a collective effort that requires all of us to play a part. Whether through responsible travel, financial support, education, or advocacy, each of us has the power to make a difference. And in doing so, we're not just protecting the past, we're ensuring that the lessons and legacies of these ancient civilizations continue to inspire, educate, and connect us for generations to come. As we explore the wonders of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples, it's worth pausing to ask, what do these ancient systems mean to us today? For some, it's the thrill of uncovering the past, piecing together the stories of civilizations long gone. For others, it's the awe of standing beneath the same stars that guided those who came before us, feeling a connection that transcends time. And for many, it's the way these ancient mysteries spark a sense of wonder about our place in the universe, a reminder that we, too, are part of something vast and timeless. Think about it. When you look up at the night sky, you're seeing the same moon and stars that ancient astronomers used to chart their calendars. The same sun that once illuminated the inner chambers of Karnak or Chichen, Itza still rises and sets, marking the rhythms of our days. In a way, these ancient systems aren't just relics of the past, they're part of our shared human experience, threads that connect us to the people who first sought to understand the cosmos. Whether you're an astronomy enthusiast, a history buff, or someone drawn to the spiritual symbolism of these sites, there's something deeply personal in realizing how their quest mirrors our own. For those who love astronomy, these ancient systems offer a fascinating glimpse into humanity's earliest attempts to map the heavens. Imagine the patience and dedication it took to track the moon's phases or predict solar eclipses without modern tools. It's a reminder of how far we've come and how much we still have to learn. History lovers, on the other hand, might find themselves captivated by the stories these structures tell, of kings and priests, of rituals and festivals, of entire civilizations rising and falling under the watchful gaze of the sun and moon. And for those drawn to spirituality, these temples and calendars serve as powerful symbols of humanity's eternal search for meaning. A reminder that the quest to understand the cosmos has always been, at its core, a deeply human endeavor. But the connection goes even deeper. Understanding these ancient systems doesn't just teach us about the past, it helps us see the present in a new light. In a world that often feels disconnected from nature, these calendars and temples remind us of the importance of aligning ourselves with the rhythms of the earth and sky. They challenge us to slow down, to notice the cycles of the seasons, and to find beauty in the patterns of the natural world. And in doing so, they offer a kind of wisdom that feels especially relevant in our fast-paced, technology-driven lives. On a broader scale, these ancient systems also remind us of what unites us as a species. Across cultures and continents, people have always looked to the heavens for guidance, finding in the sun and moon a shared language of time and space. This universal connection to the cosmos is a powerful reminder of our shared humanity, a bond that transcends the differences that often divide us. In a world that can sometimes feel fragmented, these ancient mysteries invite us to see ourselves as part of a larger story, one that stretches back thousands of years and reaches out to the stars. So the next time you look up at the night sky or visit an ancient site, take a moment to reflect on what it means to you. Whether it's a sense of wonder, a connection to history, or a deeper understanding of the cosmos, these ancient systems have something to offer everyone. They remind us that the quest to understand the universe isn't just about science or spirituality, it's about the timeless human desire to find meaning, to connect, and to belong. And as we continue to explore these mysteries, we're not just uncovering the past, we're discovering new ways to see ourselves and our place in the grand tapestry of existence. What is it about ancient lunar calendars and solar temples that draws us in, even thousands of years after they were built? Perhaps it's the way they remind us of our shared humanity, a connection that transcends time, culture, and geography. These ancient systems weren't just tools for tracking time or honoring the gods. They were expressions of a universal human impulse to make sense of the cosmos. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate carvings of the Mayan temples, these structures speak to a collective yearning to understand our place in the universe, a question that resonates as deeply today as it did in the ancient world. Part of the enduring fascination lies in the sheer ingenuity of these civilizations. Imagine standing before the Great Pyramid of Giza, knowing it was built without modern tools or machinery, yet aligned with the stars to within fractions of a degree. Or consider the Mayan long count calendar, a system so precise it could predict celestial events centuries into the future. These achievements aren't just historical footnotes, they're testaments to the boundless creativity and determination of the human spirit. They challenge us to think about what we, as a species, are capable of when we set our minds to understanding the world around us. But it's not just the technical brilliance that captivates us, it's the stories these sites tell. Each temple, each calendar, is a window into the lives and beliefs of the people who created them. They reveal how ancient cultures saw themselves as part of a larger cosmic order, connected to the rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars. For the Egyptians, the sun god Ra's daily journey across the sky symbolized the eternal struggle between order and chaos. For the Maya, the cycles of the moon and sun were intertwined with myths of creation and renewal. These narratives aren't just ancient history, they're echoes of the same questions we still ask today. Who are we, why are we here, and what does it all mean? This shared curiosity is what makes the study of ancient calendars and temples so universally appealing. Whether you're an astronomer fascinated by their precision, a historian captivated by their cultural significance, or simply someone drawn to their beauty and mystery, these sites have something to offer everyone. They remind us that despite the vast differences between our world and theirs, the fundamental human desire to explore, to wonder, and to connect remains unchanged. In a way, these ancient systems are more than just relics of the past. They're mirrors reflecting our own timeless quest for understanding. As we've explored in this video, these ancient calendars and temples are more than just architectural marvels or scientific achievements. They are profound expressions of humanity's relationship with the cosmos, blending the practical with the spiritual, the earthly with the divine. From their precise alignments to their rich symbolism, they offer insights into how people across time and cultures have sought to make sense of the universe. And as we continue to uncover their secrets, we're not just learning about the past, we're rediscovering the enduring power of human curiosity and creativity. These ancient wonders remind us that the quest to understand our place in the cosmos is a journey that unites us all, across the ages and across the stars. As we near the end of this journey through ancient lunar calendars and solar temples, let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable discoveries and insights we've uncovered. From the earliest lunar calendars of Mesopotamia and Egypt, where the moon's phases guided everything from agriculture to sacred rituals, to the awe-inspiring solar temples like Karnak and Machu Picchu, these ancient systems reveal a profound connection between humanity and the cosmos. These weren't just tools for tracking time, they were expressions of a deeper understanding, a way for civilizations to align their lives with the rhythms of the universe. We've explored how these systems evolved, from simple observations of the moon to the intricate solar alignments of temples that still leave modern scientists in awe. The precision of structures like Newgrange, where sunlight penetrates its inner chamber during the winter solstice, or the Mayan long count calendar, which predicted celestial events centuries into the future, speaks to the ingenuity and dedication of these ancient cultures. They didn't just look to the skies, they harnessed their knowledge to build monuments that bridged the earthly and the divine, creating spaces where science and spirituality intertwined. But the legacy of these systems goes beyond their technical brilliance. They remind us of the timeless human desire to find meaning in the cosmos, to connect with something greater than ourselves. Whether through the moon cycles, the sun's journey, or the stars above, these ancient peoples sought to understand their place in the universe, a quest that continues to resonate with us today. Their calendars and temples weren't just practical tools, they were profound expressions of a worldview that celebrated harmony, balance, and the interconnectedness of all things. As we prepare to conclude, let's carry forward the lessons these ancient systems offer. They challenge us to look beyond the surface, to see the patterns in nature and the cycles of time that shape our lives. They inspire us to think creatively, to push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. And perhaps most importantly, they remind us that no matter how advanced we become, the questions that drove these ancient civilizations about time, existence, and our place in the cosmos are questions we still grapple with today. In the next and final segment, we'll tie together these threads, exploring how the wisdom of the past can guide us as we navigate the complexities of the modern world. From the lessons of balance and harmony to the enduring power of human curiosity, we'll see how these ancient systems continue to shape our understanding of the universe and ourselves. So, as we close this chapter, let's take one last look at the stars, just as our ancestors did, and marvel at the timeless connections that bind us all. The study of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples isn't just a journey into the past, it's a bridge to the future, offering profound insights that resonate with modern science and culture. These ancient systems, born from centuries of observation and ingenuity, continue to shape how we understand the world today. In fields like astronomy and archaeology, they serve as a reminder that human curiosity and innovation have always been at the heart of discovery. The precision of ancient alignments, for instance, challenges us to rethink what we know about early scientific thought. How did societies without telescopes or calculators achieve such accuracy? The answers not only deepen our respect for their achievements, but also push us to explore new possibilities in our own scientific endeavors. Archaeology, too, benefits immensely from the study of these ancient systems. By examining the construction techniques, alignments, and cultural significance of solar temples, researchers gain valuable insights into the social and technological capabilities of past civilizations. These discoveries often reveal surprising parallels with modern practices, such as the use of natural light in sustainable architecture or the integration of celestial events into cultural traditions. For example, the way ancient temples captured sunlight during solstices mirrors contemporary efforts to design buildings that harmonize with the environment. In this way, the wisdom of the past continues to inspire innovation in the present. Beyond their scientific value, these ancient systems have a lasting cultural impact. They remind us that the quest to understand the cosmos is a universal human endeavor, one that transcends time and geography. From the intricate carvings of Mayan temples to the towering obelisks of Egypt, these structures have inspired countless works of art, literature, and film. Their symbolism of light overcoming darkness, of cycles of renewal, resonates deeply with audiences today, offering a rich source of creativity and meaning. Artists and storytellers continue to draw on these ancient themes, crafting narratives that explore our connection to the universe and the mysteries that lie beyond. Yet, perhaps the most profound impact of these ancient systems lies in the philosophical questions they raise. They challenge us to consider our place in the cosmos and the ways we measure and experience time. In a world that often feels dominated by the relentless pace of modern life, these ancient calendars and temples invite us to slow down, to reflect on the rhythms of nature and the cycles that shape our existence. They remind us that time isn't just a linear progression, it's a dynamic, interconnected web, one that connects us to the past, present, and future. As we look to the future, the study of these ancient systems offers a powerful reminder of the importance of interdisciplinary thinking. By combining the insights of astronomy, archaeology, history, and even philosophy, we can gain a deeper understanding of both the past and ourselves. These ancient wonders are more than just relics, they are living testaments to the enduring power of human curiosity and creativity. And as we continue to explore their secrets, we're not just uncovering history, we're rediscovering the timeless connections that bind us to the cosmos and to each other. The ancient lunar calendars and solar temples we've explored aren't just marvels of engineering or scientific achievement. They are profound reflections of humanity's deepest questions. What is time? Why does it matter? And how do we, as fleeting beings, fit into the vast, unchanging cosmos? These ancient systems didn't just track days and seasons. They wrestled with the very nature of existence, offering insights that still resonate with us today. In a world where time often feels like a relentless force, these calendars and temples invite us to pause and reconsider how we perceive our place in the universe. One of the most striking philosophical questions raised by these ancient systems is the nature of time itself. For many of us, time is linear, a straight path from past to future. But for the Maya, the Chinese, and other ancient cultures, time was cyclical, a series of repeating patterns governed by the sun, moon, and stars. This perspective challenges us to think beyond our modern, clock-driven lives. What if time isn't just a resource to be managed, but a rhythm to be embraced? These ancient calendars remind us that time is more than just numbers on a clock. It's a living, breathing force woven into the fabric of the natural world. Another question these systems provoke is about humanity's relationship with the cosmos. The builders of solar temples and lunar calendars didn't just observe the heavens, they saw themselves as part of a greater cosmic order. The sun wasn't just a star, it was a god. The moon wasn't just a satellite, it was a guide. This holistic worldview stands in stark contrast to the way many of us experience the universe today, often as something distant and disconnected. What would it mean to reclaim that sense of connection, to see ourselves not as separate from nature but as integral to it? These ancient systems challenge us to rethink our place in the cosmos, to see ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected whole. At the same time, these calendars and temples raise questions about the human condition. Why did these civilizations go to such extraordinary lengths to measure time and align their lives with the heavens? Was it simply practical necessity, or was it something deeper, a desire to find meaning in the chaos of existence? The precision of their alignments, the grandeur of their temples, and the complexity of their rituals suggest that these efforts were about more than survival. They were about understanding, about seeking answers to the big questions that have always haunted us. Who are we? Why are we here? And what comes next? These philosophical questions aren't just academic, they're deeply personal. When we look at the stars or visit an ancient temple, we're not just learning about the past, we're confronting the same mysteries that captivated our ancestors. Their search for meaning mirrors our own, reminding us that the quest to understand the cosmos is a timeless human endeavor. And as we continue to explore these ancient systems, we're not just uncovering history, we're rediscovering what it means to be human. So, what can we take from these ancient calendars and temples as we navigate our modern lives? Perhaps it's a reminder to slow down, to notice the rhythms of nature and the cycles of time. Maybe it's an invitation to think more deeply about our place in the universe, to see ourselves as part of something greater. Or maybe it's simply a call to embrace the mystery, to find wonder in the questions we may never fully answer. Whatever it is, these ancient systems offer us a powerful lens through which to view our own lives, a lens that challenges us to think beyond the ordinary and to see the extraordinary in the world around us. As we continue to explore these ancient wonders, let's carry these questions with us. Let's reflect on what they mean for our understanding of time, existence, and our place in the cosmos. And let's remember that the search for meaning is a journey that unites us all across time, across cultures, and across the stars. The next time you look up at the night sky, take a moment to consider the ancient civilizations who once gazed at the same stars, asking the same questions. In their pursuit of understanding, we may just find a little more clarity in our own. For those of you who have been captivated by the wonders of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples, the journey doesn't have to end here. There's a wealth of resources waiting to deepen your understanding and spark even more curiosity. Books like The Sun and the Moon, The Remarkable History of Ancient Calendars by Anthony Aveni, or The Living Maya by Robert Scherer offer fascinating insights into the astronomical knowledge and cultural significance of these systems. If you're more of a visual learner, documentaries like The Pyramid Code or Ancient Civilizations, the Mayans bring these ancient sites to life, showcasing their grandeur and the mysteries that still surround them. For a more interactive experience, websites like UNESCO World Heritage Center or the Ancient History Encyclopedia provide detailed articles, virtual tours, and even 3D reconstructions of sites like Stonehenge and Machu Picchu. These platforms are treasure troves of information, allowing you to explore at your own pace and dive deeper into the stories of the people who built these incredible structures. And if you're someone who loves hands-on learning, consider visiting local planetariums or museums with exhibits on ancient astronomy. Many of these institutions host workshops or lectures where you can engage with experts and ask questions about the latest discoveries. But why stop at just learning? You can also bring these ancient systems to life in your own community. Start by observing the night sky, whether it's tracking the moon's phases or watching for solstice sunrises. You might even organize a stargazing event or a community discussion about the cultural significance of these celestial events. For those with a creative streak, try designing your own model of a solar temple or crafting a lunar calendar inspired by ancient traditions. These activities aren't just educational, they're a way to connect with the same sense of wonder that drove our ancestors to look to the heavens. As we prepare to wrap up this exploration, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. From the precise alignments of ancient temples to the intricate cycles of lunar calendars, these systems are more than just historical artifacts, they're reminders of humanity's enduring quest to understand the cosmos. Whether you're diving into a new book, planning a trip to a sacred site, or simply gazing at the stars from your backyard, the journey to uncover these mysteries is one that connects us all. So, as we move toward our final thoughts, let's carry that sense of curiosity and connection with us, knowing that the wisdom of the past still has so much to teach us about the present and the future. As we reach the end of our journey through the mysteries of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples, one thing becomes abundantly clear: these systems are far more than relics of the past. They are enduring symbols of humanity's unquenchable curiosity and our timeless desire to connect with the cosmos. Whether it's the precision of the Mayan long count calendar, the celestial alignments of Stonehenge, or the grandeur of Egypt's Karnak temple, these marvels remind us that the questions we ask today about time, existence, and our place in the universe are the same ones our ancestors grappled with thousands of years ago. Their ingenuity and wisdom continue to inspire us, offering a profound connection to our shared human story. What makes these ancient systems so captivating isn't just their technical brilliance or architectural beauty. It's the way they reflect the universality of human experience. Across continents and cultures, people looked to the heavens and saw not just stars but stories, patterns, and meaning. The moon's phases, the sun's journey, the turning of the seasons, these were more than just natural phenomena. They were the threads that wove together the fabric of their lives. In building temples and crafting calendars, our ancestors were doing more than measuring time. They were seeking to understand their place in the grand tapestry of existence. And in doing so, they left behind a legacy that still speaks to us today. This legacy invites us to reflect on our own relationship with time and the cosmos. In a world that often feels dominated by schedules and deadlines, these ancient systems remind us to pause and appreciate the rhythms of nature. They challenge us to see time not as a linear race but as a cyclical dance, one that connects us to the earth, the sky, and each other. Whether we're gazing at a solstice sunrise or marveling at the precision of an ancient calendar, we're reminded that the quest to understand the universe is a journey that unites us all across time, across cultures, and across the stars. But beyond their philosophical and spiritual significance, these ancient systems also teach us about the power of human creativity and collaboration. The builders of these temples and the creators of these calendars didn't have modern tools or technology, yet they achieved feats that still leave us in awe. Their achievements remind us that the human spirit is capable of extraordinary things when driven by curiosity, determination, and a shared sense of purpose. And as we face the challenges of our own time, their example offers a powerful reminder of what we can accomplish when we work together and dream big. As we close this exploration, let's carry forward the lessons of these ancient marvels. Let's honor the ingenuity and wisdom of our ancestors by continuing to ask questions, seek understanding, and find meaning in the world around us. Whether through stargazing, visiting ancient sites, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the natural world, we can keep their legacy alive in our own lives. And as we do, we're reminded that the mysteries of the cosmos aren't just puzzles to be solved, they're invitations to wonder, to connect, and to explore the timeless questions that make us human. In the next and final segment, we'll bring this journey full circle, reflecting on how the wisdom of the past can guide us as we navigate the complexities of the modern world. From the lessons of balance and harmony to the enduring power of human curiosity, we'll see how these ancient systems continue to shape our understanding of the universe and ourselves. So as we prepare to conclude, let's take one last look at the stars, just as our ancestors did, and marvel at the timeless connections that bind us all. As we bring our journey through the mysteries of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples to a close, it's impossible not to feel a sense of awe for the civilizations that first looked to the heavens and saw not just stars but meaning. Their ability to weave the rhythms of the cosmos into the fabric of their daily lives through intricate calendars and monumental temples speaks to a profound connection between humanity and the universe. These systems weren't just tools for tracking time. They were expressions of a worldview that celebrated balance, harmony, and the eternal dance of celestial forces. In many ways, their legacy is a reminder that the questions they asked about time, existence, and our place in the cosmos are ones we're still asking today. What makes these ancient systems so compelling isn't just their technical precision or architectural grandeur. It's the way they reflect a universal human impulse to make sense of the world. Whether it's the solstice alignments of Newgrange or the intricate cycles of the Mayan calendar, these marvels remind us that the quest to understand the universe is as much about wonder as it is about knowledge. They challenge us to see time not as a linear progression but as a rich tapestry of cycles and patterns, one that connects us to the earth, the sky, and to each other. In a world that often feels fragmented, these ancient systems offer a timeless message of unity and connection. As we reflect on the lessons of these ancient cultures, let's carry their wisdom forward. Let's take inspiration from their ability to find meaning in the stars and to build structures that still leave us in awe thousands of years later. Whether it's through stargazing, visiting ancient sites, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the natural world, we can honor their legacy by keeping their sense of wonder alive in our own lives. And as we do, we're reminded that the mysteries of the cosmos aren't just puzzles to be solved, they're invitations to explore, to connect, and to find our place in the grand story of existence. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of ancient lunar calendars and solar temples. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that brings the past to life. Until next time, keep looking to the stars and uncovering the stories they hold. The cosmos is vast and its mysteries are endless, just like our curiosity. See you in the next adventure.